and if it's not harmful, and it works. See, if the human being do something, other human being can undo it, or can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is the big time. Are there any questions or comments about anything?
Can you kind of let the viewers know that you don't check anything on Facebook? And I'm only saying that because, I was looking at something, if people do ask you a question,
Oh,
later on, they may ask you a question.
did anybody ask any questions there?
Somebody, not for this one, but somebody asked, I saw commenting on the cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, I meant to bring that up.
Yeah.
What did they say?
This was a brother that said, I was involved in the Million Man March. When they spent so much in expenses, they really didn't make that much money. I was in the NOI then, but I digress, and we'll listen to Imam Musa, Juma Mubarak.
Yeah, that's one.
This one, okay, Million Man March. We do demonstrations, we have an idea about how much they cost. We also saw them garbage bags. We also was with 500,000 people down there, white folks. What was it, 21 buckets or whatever?
Right.
So, it's fine. Okay, so people may mean well, but some things don't fit, and that don't fit. And then all the people here that helped them put it on, if they help them put it on, then why would one group get all the money back and they not get, well, ma'am, we only got 70% of our money back. Well, get them 70%. Of their share, you know what I mean, what their share would be. No, ain't nobody got nothing. At least I didn't hear nothing about it. Are these things still on?
Yeah.
Okay, let me clear up something. We are not against any group or any movement. Straight out, you have to get that straight. Okay. But we also have learned many things. We try to put it out in the best way that we can. We was using that as an example. Whatever happened, after that, nothing happened. That's all we said. We didn't say nothing about this. The main thing we said was a theater. It was theatrics. It was a show. That was a show. I've been to the show before. I know that was a show. Also, we've gained knowledge of how stuff worked in D.C. One of the reasons we came here over 30 years ago, we said, well, we had all the game. We was pretty up there when we came here from Oakland. We was, But we say if we go to D.C., they're going to throw everything at us and we're going to get sharp. That's the reason for coming here, to get what we got. That's why we came here. And we told everybody that. And that's what we got. One thing we got is movements and organizations and people that all the groups that are participating in activity, where they go after. We see people that are in the media. We see what they was doing before, how they got there, and who they keep. We can see people on RT that they there. They there. We can see that we was on RT and they cut our throat, although we knew that everybody was appreciating what we were saying. We know that, but okay. So we know we can feel the influence of certain people. And with certain groups, we was overseas with them at programs. We saw what they were doing. We saw what happened when they got back here. We see what they do while they're here. We already see that. So it's unbelievable. So we try to be the most delicate we can. Example, a guy came by, it might have been yesterday, with a care shirt on, delivering food. Okay. And I got to get a big hug from you, Imam Musa. A big hug. I hope it ain't nothing, no virus or nothing. Okay. But why would somebody come by with a care shirt on when 2 days ago I just mentioned that care is a bunch of bums, and they're supposed to have been around long enough to know who works against us, and they got a doggone care shirt? Why would they do that? It's okay, it's all right. But we know minute to minute. That's why I say everything that's going on now is minute to minute. It ain't no, okay, it's good. It's good. And you can test where you at. You can throw out something, zoop, it come right back. You throw out this over there, it come right back. You know, there's times when that happens. You can measure how fast the movement is traveling, just like you can measure a good batter get up to bat. He got to be able to figure out in a split second, is that ball coming at 90 miles an hour or 100 or 110, right? And then you swing. Okay, the longer he comes up to bat, the better his timing get. Right? But even him, he gonna be batting 350, and if he be batting 3, that's real good, huh?
Yeah, that's Hall of Fame type stuff. Like,
Okay,
legendary.
suppose you batting, let's just say 950. Of course, you batting more than that, but right? Tell the truth. You gotta just is this stuff real or is it not? Our analysis hit the target every time. Every time. And if it don't hit the target, like, you know, this is the bullseye, it hit right in the color thing, it's going, you know what I mean? So it might as well be, they technically call it a bullseye. Suppose it get way up here, one step away, one circle away from the bullseye. This is just a bad day, that's all. But you hit the target almost dead on. Only thing, you missed the day or the week that it was gonna happen or something like that. You might have been a month off, that didn't happen until a month later. Or it happened a month ahead of time. I'm saying, right? This stuff is real. On the Negro groups, all those guys, I'll mention the name, Siraj Wahaj, they went and got him in 1982. For me. That's who they went and got. And man, what's his name from Philadelphia? I'll think his name in a minute. He used to work for AMC. He did all the collection of information. Fareed. Me and Fareed was talking. And I said, yeah, this happened and that happened. He said, yeah, then they went and got Siraj. So everybody knew. Everybody knew. I told the Negroes the stuff that I tell them at ISNA headquarters in Plainfield, Indiana in 1988. And they all turned their back. They can you imagine? I said, it's okay. Fareed got the stuff on camera. Everything I told him, all of what, I'm down in the bathroom in Alameen from up in New York. He comes in, Sheikh Kidder was there. Sheikh Kidder, he went to school in Saudi Arabia, red freckle-faced guy. Yeah, man, Musa coming up next. And I'm in the hammam part, the bathroom part. I'm 2 feet away from maximum. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to announce the program. He's going to announce the program. After Maghrib, we're getting ready for Maghrib prayer. Okay, I know these guys. I never said nothing about them for years after. They didn't beat me over the head 50 times, stuck me in the back 12 or 13 times before I even mentioned anything. I didn't start mentioning Mellow Yellow. I drove all the way up to Connecticut to see him and all kind of stuff all the time. And met him in 97 at the, what's her name? He's there with Hamza Youssef. Hamza's acting scared. I said, you don't have to be scared. The niggas ain't gonna talk about our crew. They're not gonna bother y'all. You can do what you want. You know. I done had all this stuff. They don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Nothing. I mentioned this stuff a minimum of 10 years. You would, if it wasn't me, you would fall apart. They have a meeting and they design their meeting and everybody there is against me. Manna, the manna, that's what they was doing it for. You can see it now. In Kinty Cloth, they worse than Nancy Pelosi. Remember they had the program that was Kinty Cloth looking? And Malcolm. And then they all been out of shape. And they have a demonstration down there, everybody welcome, and they not there. They're not there. Invisibility, well, damn, go down there and get visible. Right? If it's enough of you, they gotta turn the camera on you. And they gotta show all the Muslims is here. I'm sorry, we just didn't see nobody down there. Remember the families we saw? One family was a carload, probably no Pakistanis. Then we saw a few individuals, Assalamu alaikum, you know, while they were smoking, whatever it was. You know, right? I mean, they're nice people, but I'm just saying, you could tell that was the background, right? 19, 40, 30 years ago, you used to come down to Of course, he didn't have it with him, but I mean, you could tell, right? I mean, and they nice people. But the Muslims, we distraught. What did they say? I keep forgetting. We're so sad. This is answering the same question the guy asked about the Million Man March. I'm answering the same question, just taking a while. Conference focuses on how social invisibility of African American Muslims lead to psychological trauma and suffering. And they're all there. They're just there. Right? They're there. They're suffering. Well, if you can't walk and somebody handed you a crutch, I'm suffering. Well, at least walk on the crutch. You build up your strength pretty soon. Nobody see me, I'm the invisible man. They look at me and they don't see another human being. You're invisible, take off the cloak, uncloak you. They do it, them battleships now, they cloak them, not real, Star Trek now. You got a cloaking device on, right? Tell the truth. The niggas is cloaked. They cloaked. You can't find them. Who cloaked them? They cloaked themselves. It's insanity. Look, I'm going to go back and have me a lay down and a laugh, then I'll go take a little walk and stuff. But the people, something's wrong. Everybody trying to find somebody to blame for all of this, and the world is going to hell. The time limit, man, of course, I ain't going to say I ain't scared of nothing. But they make you feel funny, because the boss man keep boiling the oceans and frying the fish up, and you know what I mean, melting the, when I see them icebergs in Greenland and all them places, them big rivers of water, you ever see them on TV? Rivers of water, I said, man, good God Almighty, it took 1,000,000 years, 1,000 years, that's fresh water too. That's all fresh water. I said, man, that make you feel a little uncomfortable. That's the best word I can put with it. I'm not afraid of it, but that makes me feel uncomfortable. That we got a crew running stuff that's so stupid that you look at that, what's next on the agenda? How much money we gonna make this week? It's ridiculous. So what do we do with the white folks was down there? We was doing security. They had, what was it? You said 21. We just put all that money in the emergency shack, medical shack, whatever. You think anybody else would have did that? They wouldn't have did it. If it was Negroes, they'd have had at least 10 or 15 of them. And they van and they'd be gone. You'd never see them again. They'd be gone because there was enough money in there for them to be gone. There was 500,000 people down there. Most of them was white. So they put $20 a piece. Even some, they put 50. Some of, did I just have $5? I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just have $5, and they was all full, I'm telling you. Look, it ain't nobody like us. I've been looking for, I'm sorry. They're not like we are. Forget it. You can say and mumble, humble and all you want. The Negro is his main problem right now. The Negro is his main problem. You didn't let the white man whoop on you so much that you don't want to, and the cast of characters at these funerals, no, man. No, I'm sorry. Ain't nothing I can't do anything about this. I could do about myself and a few of us who try to do a little right here and there, but I can't do nothing about them people. I don't know what they are, and I don't even have a name for it, but it ain't right. Anyway, y'all go to sing the stuff on TV. Cast the characters. I'm not gonna name them. Who are they? Every time something come up, here they come. And then the same old Negro lawyers. What's happening with that? I mean, it make it seem like, because I called some of them lawyers, and they don't answer the phone. Or they actually got you on the phone. Then you tell them who you are, or they get a call. Oh, excuse me, take this line. The phone must have a button on it that flashes extra when it's an emergency. When they get back to me, so sorry. See you next week from Tuesday. Finished. All the time, not all the time. Let's call it every time. I'm sorry, dear brothers and sisters. The people, we're just trying to do a little bit of right. We don't say if, because it could be possible for us to do a lot of good, and right now is the time. Suppose we had some Negro coordinated efforts. The white people would, yes, we want to go too. All the Negro had to do is get enough of us to drive a busload of white folks to where we want to go, and they'll get on. Tell the truth. The white folks, all we need is enough to drive a busload of each Negro is in charge of 50 white folks. That's all we need is enough to coordinate the program. We can drive them anywhere we want to. They're happy to go there. Where you going? I'm on the nigger bus. Not the New York bus, they got the, I'm on the nigger bus to freedom and justice, and I get to ride. and I get to put on my internet, whatever, that I was on this bus in history. I'm a part of it. They take a selfie with the bus driver, the nigga, right? Yeah, see that? The white folk, I don't want I don't want no picture with y'all's white folks. Tell the truth. That's the way it is now. And they won't do it. The niggas won't do it. They won't do it. They won't do it. We're pleading and begging the niggas, come on, man. This is it. I mean, you right? Tell the truth. This is it. You don't need no more. If 10% of them white folks that are out there are what they appear to be, that's sufficient. You don't need all the people. You can get them white folks at office in each city, the better Negro office, Negro prove-it office, anything, it don't make no difference, right? And they're all in there. Hello, there's no Negroes in here now, but I'll take your call, and what can we do for you? We got a group of white folks over there, they got everything at their house. What, can we send you something? What do you need, right? We got it all in it. Oh, it's over at our house. We got that. And you live in the projects and you want a sofa and a chair and what else you need? You want maybe color TV or 2 or 3. How about a car? Right? We got that right over there at the warehouse, at the white folks' warehouse. Tell the truth. That's the way it is right now. And they won't do it. Niggas give a speech. I'm not mad at them. Because actually I'm happy. But, dear believers and brothers and sisters, if you need a better reality than now, I don't know, something, tell the truth. Am I making sense? Does that seem like that's the way it is? I'm not exaggerating? No, I'm not exaggerating. Okay. I just want to know. I just want somebody to say, you kind of in the ballpark. That's all. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, there was one brother that reached out. He was asking, he said that they're organizing a Hajj conference, a webinar, and he wanted to know if he could suggest you to the committee as a speaker during the webinar.
The Hajj conference?
Yeah, there's a Hajj committee. This is online. This is for
online. Okay.
Softer March to Hedi. And he said, we are organizing Hajj conference, webinar in parentheses.
Yeah, all right.
And I would like to suggest to our committee to have you, our dear brother, as a speaker in the webinar.
Of course. Tell him, just send him back, say, yeah,